I've done martial arts for a very long time, and I do not have the confidence to claim expertise in a specific style, but I can share stories that stem from my interactions with martial artists. I've had mostly positive experiences, but there are times when these interactions range from weird to just full of crap. Now say what you want about crap. There are times when you think back to the nutty parts that make you laugh or wince away. So I'll start with 11 of many bizarre claims I have heard or unfortunately witnessed in my martial arts journey. I also want to be clear. A lot of these claims came from practitioners and not the instructors. I wouldn't necessarily call them representatives of a martial arts style. Stay to the end, because each of these claims become increasingly ridiculous. Number 1, MMA only works in the cage. It won't work if you're in a dark alley, alone, and attacked by a group of 10 individuals who are armed. Now, something I'm confident of as this is presented as a hypothetical. I'm pretty sure most styles won't work if you are alone in a dark alley attacked by a group of armed individuals. And that's why kungfu is the way to go. Number 2, you can't lose weight while doing martial arts because martial arts is not about exercise or fitness. This came from an overweight middle-aged man that was commenting about my weight. I was a rather portly kid. An upside of this is that I did in fact take time away from martial arts to lose 80 pounds. Now, I'm no dietitian, but from my personal experience, shall I say, I'm pretty sure weight loss has a lot more to do with your diet than it does with your activity. I mean, yes, stay active, but lay off those cheeseburgers and pizzas. Number 3, I can beat anyone in a fight. I just need them to hold a knife because that's how they practice and drilled their technique in class. I'll also admit that I was the one that said this. It was a way to make me seem like I was the toughest kid in school. You can definitely kick my ass with your bare hands, but once you hold a knife, oh, you're in big trouble, sir. I am so glad that no one ever took me up on that offer. Number 4, wushu swords are floppy to demonstrate how skilled you can be with the sword, even if it was fake. Now, I like wushu taolu, the sport. And yes, a lot was sacrificed in terms of tradition and practicality in the name of performance and sport. But let's please not play around and try to say that this is the real intention of wushu, and this is how it is practical. Speaking of crappy experiences in wushu, butterfly twists are meant to be scissor sweeps. Now, I don't know what this person saw in butterfly twists. Based on his size, I'm assuming the only twists he ever sees are cinnamon twists. Butterfly twists, they're cool, but let's leave it at that. Cartwheels are done to escape enemies and kick them at the same time. Now, this came from a kung fu guy who was talking crap about wushu. And in this conversation, I agreed up until the point he was trying to tell me about what a real kung fu cartwheel should be. Like, cartwheels were invented by kung fu, and the sport of wushu ruined cartwheels by making people do an aerial instead. Cartwheels didn't come from gymnastics? No, strictly a kung fu move. Now, we're more than halfway there, but I'd love to hear, what are some of the weird or bizarre things you've heard in your martial arts journey? Let me know down in the comments below. Number 7, the essence of yang energy in qigong is semen. Now, this is where we start getting into the qigong stuff. There was a concept in qigong about 精神. You can call it spirit, you can call it energy. Now, every time you ejaculate, you lose that energy, and that energy cannot be replaced. Now, I might be butchering this explanation, and I'm sorry. But the reason why I bring this up is because this claim itself branches out into weirder and weirder things. Like, you have to keep your virginity for power. You have a limited supply in energy. And you have to do things to maintain this power, like staying a virgin. And this was the explanation given to me when I asked about why Shaolin monks are so powerful. It's because they're virgins. And why can't everyone here in this Kung Fu class keep up right now? Because they are not virgins. And why as a teenager I was so active? Because I was a virgin. Number 9, best method to maximize your yin and yang energy chi is to make a woman orgasm while you retain your semen. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into this because this gets into edging and looks maxing and all this weird stuff. But this was something this particular martial artist kept bragging about. He was so disciplined with his yang energy retention that he can withhold his own orgasm while making women climax. This is not sex, this is training. And I guess he's still a virgin. Number 10, you warm up the balls for yang energy retention. Interesting that a lot of qigong things are related to your balls and sex. But with all things qi, there's always something in circulation. Circulation, you say? Yes, anything that makes a circular movement, including the circles around your balls. Should have been the excuse I used every time I was caught with my hands down my pants. And finally, scrotum conditioning. This is the secret to the iron crotch. Oh, you thought this TikTok video came out of thin air. Now, I'm pretty sure this is not how people condition for the iron crotch. Quite frankly, I don't know how you condition it, or why you would want to condition it, but the logic was used about how Muay Thai athletes condition their shins. You don't just condition the bone, but you also condition the skin to toughen it up. So, by that reasoning, you want your ball sack to tighten up as well. Guess it works better in cold days, eh?